Happy lunch, Periscope. How are my scopers? The best scopers on Periscope. Faux show. Hi, Krisha. Y'all come on in. Amy, how are you? Is that Amy or Arnie? I can't see it. Batavia, I don't even know where that is. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Here they come. Come on in, come on in. Let's talk about symptoms for a second. It's going to be a quick scope. I'm finishing up PowerPoints and got all kinds of stuff I got to get done and make phone calls, but I want to get on with you guys. Hi, Denise. All right. It's a great song. Getting There by Stephanie Gretzinger. So good. Oh, I am so sorry about your 2-year-old. It's not good. Thank you for staying on Periscope. Why do you say that? Because everybody's getting off and going to Facebook Live? Is that why? I'll tell you what, real quick is, Facebook Live is great, and I'll do part of Facebook Live. But I like Periscope. I mean, Periscope's awesome. Hey, what's up, Marcy? I love Periscope, and I love the alerts. The thing I love about Periscope is if you guys ask something that's non-compliant, I don't have to answer it, and it doesn't stay in the comments. It like disappears on the replay. That's fantastic, so that it's not there. Okay, so let's get this out. I'm going to give you a second to share. We're going to talk about symptoms, and this is vital to understanding like how your body's reacting and what's going on, and whether you need to handle a symptom or not. Okay, so swipe left, click share, invite your peeps in here, even if they can't get in because they're not awesome like y'all. RNA. Okay, good. There it is. I was like, is it Amy or Arnie? RNA. I like it. RNA. It sounds like really like French. RNA. Hello, RNA. You like it? Yes, Symposium is coming up this weekend. But share, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you, Moon. Thank you, CJ. Happy Mom 2003. Over. NBC Photographer. Really? Nice. Well, thank you for sharing. Appreciate you guys getting on. For my diehard scopers that get on all the time, love you guys. Thank you guys so much for getting on and humoring me and letting me blab on and acting like it's awesome. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it because, the thing that I love is I love getting the testimonials from you guys of how much information is changing your lives and changing your families, just doing normal stuff, okay? Just doing normal, simple things. Because you guys would agree with me, part of the thing that you guys are looking for are simple things to do. Everything's so complicated. Like everybody makes stuff so complicated, and it's not that complicated. Health is not complicated. It's not easy. It's not easy when you get out of bounds of where you need to be, and when your body is not working the way it should. It's not easy to get it back. It's not easy to get back in shape. I mean, think about that. When you get out of shape, it's not easy, but it is very simple. So I appreciate you guys implementing stuff. I appreciate it. My favorite thing is getting to meet you guys live and getting to hug your necks and stuff. I'm a hugger, so I enjoy getting to meet you, and so it's been fantastic. And so I'm looking forward this weekend to seeing you guys at the symposium. And Thursday in Kansas City is going to be awesome. Now, for those of you guys who are brand new and have no idea who I am, I'm Dr. Jim Hagerton. I'm a crazy chiropractor from Texas, and on this Periscope, we talk about health. We talk about function, we talk about creation, how the body is created to operate, and that you're created for perfect function 24/7, 365. Now, here's a concept on that. You're not necessarily created for perfect, like perfect life, like perfect, happy everything all the time. That's not accurate, that's not biblical. But your body is created to function perfectly all the time. It's just that we create stressors that throw it off, and then we get symptoms, okay? So, someone said the other day, it's like, oh, I don't think you're created for perfect. You're created to function perfectly. You're not created necessarily to have this perfect life. Does that make sense? Like, I hope that's I can separate that out for you. All right, disclaimer, we're not going to be talking about specific disease stuff in here and blah, 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 blah. Go look it up. There you go. Blah, 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 look it up. That's it. Hey, Susan. Okay, so let's get rolling on this. I want to drop some bombs on you on the symptom train because I want you guys to understand this. This concept is key and vital, all right? Oh, last but not least, if you're on replay, Rock on to you. Fist bump to the replay viewers. I appreciate you so much. My replay viewers that are watching stuff like way, further in on YouTube, you'll get on YouTube and watch this if you want to. Thank you guys for sharing. If you're watching this video, it's because someone loves you enough to share information with you. That's it. Like someone wants you to be healthier, wants you to be healthy, happier, and whole. And so I hope you enjoy the info, and I hope it changes you. That's it. Darren Hardy is a business coach. And he is the CEO of Success Magazine, or at least for now. I know he's leaving, but he's a CEO and founder of Success Magazine. And one thing that he says that I love at the end of every one of his broadcasts is he says, "This is Darren Hardy from Success Magazine, and I hope that on today's episode you either learned something that you didn't know or learned something that you knew better." And he does it every time. And that's totally my goal. I want people to learn new things so that they understand how the body works, so they can literally be in awe of what your body is created to do every day. Like the neurology and the way the body is created to function is mind-blowing. And it's fascinating. So I want you to be overwhelmed by God's goodness. That's one of my goals and my missions with you. The second is that if you already know stuff, that you'd be overwhelmed again, that you would just be blown away at how incredible the body is, and that you would learn it better and know how to help the body function better, even better than you did before. That's the goal. Okay. All right. So you're in there, Anzulo Harp. Okay. So what are symptoms exactly? What are symptoms? Like, what is going on in the body when you get a symptom? All right. Well, first off, to keep it like really basic, okay, really basic, symptoms are signals. Okay, so let's just be like real basic, and then we're going to really explain kind of in depth of what goes on and what happens when you guys get symptoms. I'm going to show you exactly what you guys do when you get a symptom. All right, so the first thing, like symptoms are just a signal. Okay, so symptoms are really just your body saying something. Period. Now, that's right. Rudy Lover said symptoms are like in your car a check engine light. So let's get into this a little bit more. So in your car, like for example, and if you guys have heard me live, you hear me, right, Shelby? You hear me talk about my car that I love. I have a 96 Toyota Land Cruiser that I love. It's old. It's beat up. It's amazing. I bought it old because I wanted an old Toyota Land Cruiser. It was just this thing I had, okay? So I have a 96 Toyota Land Cruiser that I've had for a couple years now. And in this car, the check engine light is always on, okay? Like, it's always on. It's an older Toyota, all right? Now, what happens in that car when your check engine light comes on? You have a couple of choices, right? Like when the check engine light comes on in your car, you have some choices to make while you're driving. So the first time the check engine light came on in my car, I had to sit there and decide, if something was going on or what. But here's what happens, okay? Here's what you guys do. So here's option number one with the check engine light. The first option, option number one, you guys get when you get the symptom, the check engine light that comes on and you have a symptom. This is what some of you guys do. Ready? Oh my God, there's a symptom! Oh my gosh! There's a symptom! Oh my gosh! There's a symptom! Do you see what I'm saying? Part of you guys, my blues out thing, part of you guys freak out and lose your ever-loving minds just because there's a symptom and you're like, oh my God, pull over the car. Brrr! And you're like slamming your car into the ditch. We have bar ditches in Texas. If you don't know what those are, the side of the road. You slam over into the side, you jump out, and you're like Chinese fire drill. You see what I'm saying? And there's stuff going everywhere. Okay? You're jumped, sorry. And there's stuff going everywhere because you're just like, oh my gosh, someone like cut something out of the engine. Like somebody, there's something wrong. What if it blows up? When it might be nothing. Okay? So that's option number one. Okay? Option number two, I am crazy. Option number two, okay, now that is true on this, Emma Walter, like as a parent, it's a lot harder, right? Like it's a lot harder because you do freak out more, okay? Now, option number two with you guys, okay, is you're like, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm just not even going to look at it. I'm going to pretend like it's not there. I'm going to look above in the windshield. Like, I'm just not even going to look. I'm going to drive like this. Actually, I'm going to put like blinders right here. I'm going to drive like this so I don't see it. And you're going to pretend like it's not there at all, even though it's still there, okay? The third option that you guys do, okay, the third option is you're like, there's a check engine light. Oh, we better get some tape. And we're we're going to put it right there. Good. Put the tape right over the top of that check engine light. So that way we just don't see it at all. And that beeping goes away. That annoying beeping, that annoying stuff, let's just make that go away. And you take duct tape and you put it over the check engine light. That's the third option. The fourth option of what people do, okay, right? Patients are like, what is going on? The fourth option is if your check engine light comes on, you go, That's what you should do. You look at it, and then you take it in. If there's anything else going on, you take it in, and you let a professional check it out. Like on my Toyota. The first time the check engine light came on, I took it into my mechanic, who specializes in Toyota. He does a diagnostic check on the engine to make sure nothing was wrong. Now, the check engine light's still on, but it's nothing major, okay? I didn't replace the engine. I didn't dump all this stuff on it just because the check engine light came on. Do you see what I'm saying? I didn't take duct tape and cover up the check engine light like some of you guys do with medication or even with supplements and other things that you use in natural means to cover up the symptom so that you don't feel it, don't see it, don't hear it, so it just goes away. I didn't cover it up. And that's a lot of the times the first thing you do. You're like, I just don't have time to get into somebody to see what's going on. I'm just going to put duct tape on. Let's just cover up that symptom. Even if it's something natural, even if it's something that's healthy and you cover up a symptom, should you? Well, sometimes, you know what I mean? You covering up the symptom is you're literally telling your body to shut up because you don't want it to keep saying and keep telling you and keep nagging you, and you'd rather just roll on with life. Well, here's the thing. When you do that, you're assuming and hoping, that little check engine light is nothing. You're hoping that it's a O2 sensor, or if you have a newer car, it's like your tire pressure or something. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're hoping that it's something that is like does not actually have any impact on the life of your vehicle or your body, right? But what happens, okay, what happens if that symptom is the starting point of something more epic? Okay, something more epic. What if it is the symptom and it's the starting point, it's the first domino of something way more epic? Okay? So that's where, like with symptoms, all they are is a signal in the body. It's a check engine light to tell you that something is different, that something is possibly not going right. Maybe something is healing, because sometimes, let's be honest, symptoms can be a good thing, right? Like symptoms are always a good thing because we want the body to tell us that something's going on. So symptoms are normal. Symptoms are normal. Should they be there all the time and you always have symptoms? No. Like is muscle soreness a symptom that's normal? Yes. Yeah. It's normal to have muscle soreness when you work out, right? Or when you do something physical. Is it normal to have horrible muscle pain and achiness and not being able to move your joints and it be spasming up and cutting off circulation? No. That's not normal. That's normal. Somebody goes, man, what are you on? I'm high on life, man. I'm high on life. Totally. I'm high on Jesus' life. No, I want you guys to get that, right? Normal. Yeah, normal and common are two different words, and we don't need to use them in the same sentence. So just because something is common, muscle pain, joint pain, blood sugar imbalance, gallbladder issues, Crohn's disease, headaches, just because something is common, it does not make it normal. So make sure vocabulary-wise, you're using the right word. Normal is none of those symptoms for very long. Like a little signal, hey, I didn't eat enough the night before. You wake up the next morning, you're slightly like blood sugar's off. You feel a little off, and then you feed the body, you eat, and then it goes away. You see what I'm saying? That's how the body's created to work. Not like constant symptoms all the time. So again, the first thing that happens when you guys have a symptom, like option one, is you guys freak out. And you cut out things that either don't need to be cut out, or you do things to the body that it doesn't necessarily need because of fear. Because of fear. So that first option is a complete fear-based response. And so I teach people all the time, whether you're in here or any other practitioner's office, make sure that you're not doing things out of fear, even if you are afraid. Does that make sense? Operating out of fear means you're going to make a wrong decision, no matter what. Okay, if you're married, what you do is you make sure that you and your spouse are on the same page and that you guys have total peace about what you need to do. If your husband or your wife is like very uncomfortable, or they're like, man, I feel bad about this, I don't have a good feeling about this, Y'all get on the same page and pray through it, and then really, really get on the exact same level, and then do what you need to do. You know, really pray into that decision, okay? So that's option one. Like, you just freak out based on fear. Number two, okay, you avoid it. You avoid the symptom. You avoid the check engine light, and you just act like it's not there out of fear and out of complacency. Okay, look, fear comes up again, but also out of complacency. Part of the time you're like, oh, I don't even want to know what it is. I have this like weird like symptom here, but what if it's something major? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I'm not even going to act like it. I'm just going to pretend like it's not there. I can't feel my arm at all, and I'm having a hard time breathing, but I'm just not going to pay attention. You see what I'm saying? So it's either out of fear, okay? It's either out of fear or complacency, or because you're taking care of, this is a mom thing. This is a mom thing that happens. You're taking care of everybody else so much. They're like, I don't have time for that. I just need to like take care of all of them. You know what? I'll get back to me. I'm just not even going to worry about that symptom. Okay? The third option is you guys using the duct tape. Remember, the medication or a supplement or something else. Okay? A supplement or something else to cover up a symptom to make it go away just because you don't want to have a symptom out of either like being too busy or fear. Right? Now, you got to function. So sometimes it's completely, I'm totally all about you taking something part of the time, and the more natural you can, the better, to help the body handle symptoms that are coming up based on our environment. You should not have to do that all the time. Okay, if you're having to do that constantly, that's not normal. That's not normal. Okay, common, not normal. And then the fourth reason, okay, the fourth option on symptoms is for you to be able to like literally just sit there and ask why. You know what? I have this symptom. Why? Where does that symptom come from? Did I eat enough food? Am I well fed? Do I have plenty of water? Am I really stressing out or not? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Like, you should love the fact that your body creates symptoms. That's the whole point. But you use them as a tool to be able to go back. Use them as a tool to be able to go backwards, to map backwards, to figure out exactly what's going on in the body, so that he can help, so that you can help yourself heal faster. You can figure out what's happening inside this perfectly created machine. Okay? All right. You guys are awesome. Now, I don't have that much time. I don't have time to take a bunch of questions or anything. The reason I'm not doing question scopes anymore right now is because it's impossible to keep them compliant. I apologize on that. I'm going to do a new list for different topics that you guys want to hear. I'm remaking a lot of the videos, the symptom videos, like the condition videos, but I have to do them differently to make them to where you can share them. And then I am redoing some of the systems. So I'll be doing adrenal glands really soon. We'll do that. I've got the new Lori Gordon's new OR design book, Oil Revolution Designs. I'm going to redo the Essential Oils 101 video for you guys to show you and teach you how to teach on essential oils, how to teach different stuff like that. We'll talk about that. We'll go through it. Homeopathics are amazing. They're great. Just don't use them at the same time as oils. There you go. All right. You guys are fantastic. Love you. I'm proud of you. Get out there, drop a mic on somebody, and be intentional. And remember, if you have a system, right? If you have a system, I'm like reading your stuff. If you have a symptom, ask why. Back up. Take your time. Don't do anything out of fear. Peace out. Love you guys. Have a great day. Remember, this stuff is simple, but it's not easy. So let's get to work.